newcomer, so they say. I'm a new kid on the block, but they jock still. I got skills with the rock.
And you be Austin like Steve Austin. Steady flossing, we cash her from hitting mash burn.
On the break, you want me to take it? He's took with a left, right, and should look.
More steals than Ricky Hinn from the Pac-10.
I ain't new to this, I give assists like a high school tutor. But who the hell said being a kid was easy? But ain't nothing going on but cash and be ballin'. But I guess they all is, cause they hear a brother fallin'. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Let's go back a few years to be exact. High school, the fools didn't know how to act. The St. Joe's, the host treated me different. But I was good on the dribble like an infant. And it went all down the corner playing. And you see Berkeley, I was the man. Every week, my name in the Campanelli. J Kid, kicking ass like Jim Kelly.
And young boy chicks think Kentucky fried. The ones who say they didn't want to.
Well, they lied. And if you tried to kick it, tough, looking at me like a meal ticket.
Now you gotta play the low on the scene.
And try my best to avoid Billie Jean.
But now you gotta deal with the drama.
I should've seen it coming, like Rocky's mama. Work hard and try to get my family paid. Now all the chicks screaming,
I wanna be saved.
don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright.
Now it ain't no party like a J-Kid party, cause a J-Kid party don't stop.
But it ain't no party cause I can't get it started with all the player heads on my job.
Well, Kendrick, I figured I'd play that one last time because it might be the last time we hear it.
Yeah, man. You know what? Man. You know what? I thought you were gonna play Boys to Men, The End of the Road, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I see you at the crossroads. You know, I was gonna play it like that because after what we heard today from the new president of operations, the new boss, Masai Ujiri. Yeah, man, it was basically could be the kiss of death for one. Coach Key, he wasn't there at the presser. We was in the group chat and Walt was right. Jason Kidd is usually at every Mavericks presser. Unless something has happened, he's usually at every Mavericks presser. He wasn't there, but he did speak with the new boss, and basically tomorrow he's got a job interview. He's basically got a job.
I don't know if that's clear now because 1 minute he said he talked to him, then the next he said, well, he's gonna be having his first meeting with him. So I'm still confused though on that whole ordeal.
Yeah. That's it. We had a new presser for Mr. Jury, Masai Ujiri, the new president of operations for the Dallas Mavericks, basically the new boss. The head guy in charge when Patrick Dumont is away, and he's going to be away a lot since he's the new COO of the Sands in Las Vegas. So basically, he's got the checkbook. He's making all the decisions for the Dallas Mavericks on the basketball end of the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, man, it was an eventful presser. It was a nice to see a guy control the presser that wasn't the boss. I mean, wasn't the governor or the owner of the situation. It was nice to see a guy with strict ideas, clear thoughts, and a vision for the future that's clear for not only for the organization but also the fan base. It was good to see that. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. sorry about starting a little late. We running little things we had to do. It's called life be lifing. But we're gonna get right into it. As I wanted to run down these lists that Walt that I wanted to see my Masari's the takeaways from the presser, Walt. And
Well,
we
hold on.
just
You don't have to because I've got the clip. I've got some clips of it right here. So we'll go through this thing here. We'll
okay.
let's take a listen here real quick.
Oh, well, thank you, Patrick. I'm sorry about that. Really sorry. Thank you, Patrick. This is incredible. I want to thank you, Patrick, the organization, um, everybody, the fans. It's been overwhelming. The support has been incredible. To come to this storied organization, the Dallas Mavericks, come back to the NBA. It's a blessing, and I'm honored and humbled, like to have this very unique opportunity. I want to thank my family, my incredible kids, wife, my troublemaker over there. They've been a big support in this year off, and I've been Uber driver to my kids' games and spent great time at work watching the NBA, watching things from afar, and they've really embraced me at home, and I really put up with me, and I really thank them for this. Back to the organization and to the Dallas Mavericks. This is an incredible opportunity for me, and I truly appreciate it. Listen, I hope to bring calm. I hope to bring to this place winning. Yes, we want to get back to winning. This is a winning organization. We want to get back to that, and I know the fan base wants that. I know the organization wants that. I know leadership wants that. I know the NBA wants that. And I'm hoping, and I'm praying, and that's to tell you guys that I'm here, and I know that winning is my drive, and winning is going to be the drive of this organization. So thank you for everybody being here.
Great. Thanks, Masai. Thanks, Patrick. We'll now open it up to questions in the room. We have Jalen over here. We have Grant over here. Please just raise your hand. A friendly reminder to let us know who you are, as Masai is getting to know all the media in the marketplace and what outlet you're representing and to whom you're asking the questions. And Jalen, we'll go to Mike right here, followed by Skylar. Go ahead, Mike.
How you doing, Masai?
How you doing?
Dallas Morning News. Pretty good. Thank you. We heard about why Patrick wanted to hire you, but what made you want to buy in and commit to this organization?
Wow, yeah, the Dallas Mavericks is storied. Patrick called me, I think it was in December, 4 months ago. The process in which he followed, an incredible process of meetings, phone calls, a 5-hour lunch. This really struck with me because when you're watching the NBA from afar, and with my exit from Toronto, I really felt that I wanted to take the time to really look and learn some of the things that I didn't do so well, or you do well. You want to learn the nuance of the game, innovate a little bit, and when I started to think about what this team has, the organization, man, young player with Cooper Flag, the veterans on this team, and the base that we have, I thought it was a very unique opportunity here, and this was the one I know that attracted me back to the NBA.
We're going to stay over here to the right and go to Skylar right here in the pink.
In the pink. Masai, welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
You just said, I'd like to bring calm. I wonder how much it's on your mind, if there's still a healing process going on with the Luka trade with this organization, or is that something that's not really on your mind since you had nothing to do with it and now it's at least been a little while?
There's you know, I want to be very respectful to everybody here, and yes, there's a healing process with that. Luka is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, and but that's the past. I always say in Africa, we say, when kings go, kings come, and the king went, and we have a little prince here. Now we're going to turn into a king. Yeah, and I think we have to start thinking that way, like here. I understand what we've gone through, but I hope we can, figure out how we reset as an organization with the fans, everybody in the community, and we start to think of it that way, and start to think of how we move on, from this, and really think about what we have inside us, come together and go win. Yes, there's no other way to do this than winning. Yes, and bringing all the players together, finding the right players. We have the draft, we have free agency, we have so many things. We have young players on our team. We have to now start focusing on this. We can't cry forever. And I know there has to be a healing process here. We've gone through that a little bit, but we have something shiny here, and we're going to win. Yeah, we're going to win here in Dallas.
We're going to go to Christian, then to Tim. If you can pass the microphone.
Okay, he said we got to be the calm. He's got to be the calm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, that first part of the person introducing himself, talking about, what we know about him, man. He's very competitive. He wants to win. He said that a lot. He didn't come here just for a good time. He wants to win. He wants to win big. Talked about excitement with Cooper Flag, building around that, turning the page from Luka to him, knowing what he has here, and understanding that was the just side note here. That was the just of the reason why he took this job over the Bulls is because of the star player here, the 19-year-old phenom Cooper Flag, and just like I said, a little side note here. It's kind of funny is that it all comes down to the Mavericks and the Bulls. Remember, there was a coin flip over a year ago between those two franchises for 12 and 11. If the Mavericks lose that coin flip and then everything goes the same route, the Bulls have Cooper Flag and Masai Ujiri is in Chicago. So it's a game of inches. I'm just saying it's a game of inches because they were all in on Masai Ujiri in Chicago. That's the guy they wanted. The Mavericks swooped in and got him. They've been talking according to sources. They've been talking since December. Patrick Dumont having a 5-hour meeting went well. Probably having some more meetings. So they've been in communication with each other for probably over about 6 months now. And like we know, the Mavericks still had other guys in mind. I never thought those other names were realistic. I just me. Why would those GMs leave those situations in OKC and Boston? Those just better situations. But Masai Ujiri, he was there. He comes with a grist of credentials. He was executive of the year in Denver. Built up that Denver team after making that big trade for Melo, sending him to New York and basically fleecing the Knicks out of a lot of their draft capital to build that team up there. Then a year later left, went to Toronto to basically become the head man there. Built up that team. Um, made the difficult decision to trade away one of their fan favorites for Kawhi Leonard, even on a 1-year rental. Took that gamble, and it paid off with a championship. The guy knows how to take diamonds in the roughs with all his second round, late first round success he's had, um, getting players and undrafted them. But he comes with a a lot of, I would say, a lot of tools in his toolbox. He's one of those elite GMs. The Mavericks said they wanted to go big game fishing. They got them a big game fish. The pocketbook probably was emptied out. Nope, it wasn't anything big for Dumont and Adelson. They're the second richest ownership in the NBA, second to Steve Ballmer. So money wasn't an issue. But shout out to them for getting this thing done. They wanted to make a big splash walk, and they did.
We also had to confirm today that we won't be the Las Vegas Mavs at any point in time. We're going to still be the Dallas Mavericks. If you still believe that.
Well, there's always a 1% chance. Never saying never. never saying never. But
I mean, to what you're saying is correct. They got the person they got. I mean, this is a good. I mean, Masai Ujiri has been on the Mavericks radar for a while now, as far as GM. So they got their guy finally, and he's coming at a very great time. And you're gonna hear him talk about why he was here, but you're gonna hear him how much he loves Cooper Swag. Today, I got to talk to Masai after the press conference. A very nice guy, very welcoming, very chill, laid back guy. I think Dallas is gonna like Masai Ujiri. But let's get back to the question. Now, hold on. Before we get back there, he said he wanted to be the calm, and basically, I mean, you're gonna hear the same question asked 2 or 3 times because it's Dallas media. Sometimes they don't understand that when this is what Paige was talking about. We already answered it once, so we're not gonna answer it again. So you're gonna hear it asked again, just in a different way. Just in a different way. That's all. But he's the calm. He wants to be the calm. Like you said, man, it's time to move on from that whole Luka thing. Like, let it go. It's over. It's done with. Stop crying about it. He ain't coming back, and we ain't getting him back. But let's go to the next question.
Know everybody. When you come into jobs like this, obviously you have people that you're going to bring in some way. Done a great players together for everybody here, and yes, there's a healing process with that. The King went and inside us come together and go win. Yes, there's no other way to do this than winning. Yeah, we've gone through that a conversation with Jason Kidd yesterday.
Let me catch you back up. Give me a second.
Jason Kidd. Conversation with Jason Kidd. Something.
So this is
here, and we're going players together, finding the right players. We have the draft. We have free agents. Prince here. Now we're going to turn into a king. Yeah, and I think for everybody, have this.
We heard about why Patrick wanted to hire you, but what made you want to buy in and commit to this organization?
Wow, yeah, it's the Dallas Mavericks is storied. Patrick called me, I think it was in December, 4 months ago. The process in which he followed, an incredible process of meetings, phone calls, a 5-hour lunch. This really struck with me because when you're watching the NBA from afar, And with my exit from Toronto, I really felt that I wanted to take the time to really look and learn some of the things that I didn't do so well, or you do well. You want to learn the nuance of the game, innovate a little bit. And when I started to think about what this team has, the organization, man, a young player with Cooper Flag, the veterans on this team, and the base that we have, I thought it was a very unique opportunity here. And this was the one I know that attracted me back to the NBA.
We're going to stay over here to the right and go to Skylar right here in the pink.
In the pink. Masai, welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
You just said, I'd like to bring calm. I wonder how much it's on your mind, if there's still a healing process going on with the Luka trade with this organization, or is that something that's not really on your mind since you had nothing to do with it and now it's at least been a little while?
There's, you know, I want to be very respectful to everybody here. And yes, there's a healing process with that. Luka is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, and that's the past. I always say in Africa, we say, when kings go, kings come, and a king went, and we have a little prince here. Now we're going to turn into a king. Yeah, and I think we have to start thinking that way, like here. I understand what we've gone through, but I hope we can, figure out how we reset as an organization with the fans, everybody in the community, and we start to think of it that way, and start to think of how we move on, from this, and really think about what we have inside us, come together and go win. Yes, there's no other way to do this than winning. Yes, and bringing all the players together, finding the right players. We have the draft, we have free agency, we have so many things. We have young players on our team. We have to now start focusing on this. We can't cry forever. And I know there has to be a healing process here. We've gone through that a little bit, but we have something shiny here, and we're going to win. Yeah, we're going to win here in Dallas.
We're going to go to Chris.
Did you hear that? Kendrick Reed's adamant we are gonna win here in Dallas. The dopest line he said was when a king leaves, another king comes in. I thought that was the dopest thing he said all day today.
Yeah, man. Understanding what the fan base been through. But understanding that, hey, the Mavericks got really lucky last off season when they got the number one pick. I mean, if they didn't land that number one pick, it could have been really bad. It could have been really bad here, knowing what we know about Anthony Davis and his injury history, only playing 29 games here as a Dallas Maverick, and rightfully traded up out of here because his body couldn't hold up as a number one option. But getting Cooper Flag in here, having him be the rookie of the year, seeing him grow, take steps from the start of the season, looked kind of rough, but as the season went on, got comfortable with himself, got comfortable with how the speed of the game, got comfortable with the physicality of the game, and seeing him just continue to shine and get better as the season went should be very uplifting for Mavs fans. He's only 19. He turns 20 in late 2026. At the end of 2026, he turns 20. So he's going, when the season starts next season, he's still going to be 19. So the Mavericks fan base, I think they're coming around. They got a real one right here. If you just go back and look on YouTube and look at some Cooper Flag highlights, you're gonna get really excited. I went back and looked at some Cooper Flag highlights and got really excited how good this kid can be. And it's about putting the pieces around him.
He called Cooper Swag a young prince.
It's about putting the pieces around him for the longevity. That's the word I was talking about. He looked at a long vision, not a vision of 3 years, or if he doesn't get his way, he's out of here. He looked at a vision of, hey, I'm looking at a vision of a decade and a half, trying to be locked in this guy.
Anybody you directing that at towards right
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Well, you know I'm directing. Not if I don't get a certain position, I'm up out here and leaving this franchise high and dry. No, I'm looking at the vision. Hey, I want to be locked in with Cooper Flag for the next decade. As long as he's here, I want to be here. That's the general manager I want. You're locked into your star. You're not locked into your ego. And that was the problem with the last guy who was here. He was locked into his ego. This guy's locked into his star. So that's what I'm excited
Last guy
about.
was here, huh? So you don't want to use any names?
I'm never going to use that guy's name unless it's fitting. I would never use that guy's name. But yeah, it's night and day. I'm excited. I'm finally excited about Mavericks basketball again. The last 2 seasons have been pure hell. Remember, Walt, it was 700 days. It was approximately 700 days since the Mavericks were in the finals, and now we're on a.
Why do you know? Wait a minute. Why do you know that number? Why do you? Why do you know that number?
It's kind of. I'm pretty sure you know why I know the exact number, the exact day.
Why do you know the exact number? How many days that is?
Oh, when the Mavericks were actually in the finals. So so it's you got to try to get back to that. But this guy's committed. He's committed to winning. He's a very competitive person. This is the guy who said F Brooklyn. He said F Brooklyn when they was going back and forth. Toronto was going back and forth with Brooklyn in the playoff. He said blank. Then he said it again. F Brooklyn the season. So this guy highly competitive. He's a guy who's gonna be the first guy in the building, the last guy to leave. He's a scout. When he started off.
Well, he's a damn good talent evaluator. I mean, look what he did to Denver.
That's what I'm saying.
Toronto.
He started off as an unpaid scout. He didn't get in Denver. He didn't get paid. He just went because he loved the game so much. We talk about how this guy's a global icon. His ties to NBA Africa, NBA worldwide, growing the game globally. We know how he's the face, basically was the face of Toronto Raptors. And you still got Toronto fans dreading that he's not there. Of course, like I said, it didn't end well for him. That happens with every general manager, with everything. You have your hits, you have your misses, but he's got more hits than he has misses, Walt. And they're big hits. And like I said before, he's done a lot with a little. It ain't like when he was at Toronto, he was stuck with top 5 pick after top 5 pick. He was building that team through the bottom of the draft. Fred VanVleet was an undrafted player. Ojinobi was a low first rounder. Pascal Siakam was also a low first rounder. This guy finds diamonds in the rough, and the Mavericks going to need that because they don't control their picks until 2031. So they're gonna be picking have the worst swap with the Spurs, the Hornets, and the Thunder for the next 3 to 4 years. They're gonna have the worst swap. So you need a guy who's going to be able to evaluate talent. The Mavericks still have a lottery pick. They also have a low number 30 pick. So I like to see what he's going to do with that number 30 pick. He finds diamonds in the rough, and I'm excited. I'm excited because this guy's a scout. This guy knows basketball. This guy knows talent.
All right, let's go back to hear some more of the press conference.
Christian, then to Tim. If you can pass the microphone back, please.
Hey, Masai, I'm Christian Clark with The Athletic. I know you've been in Dallas for a couple hours, but can you definitively say right now Jason Kidd will be the Mavericks coach this upcoming season?
I had a conversation with Jason Kidd yesterday. I'm going to meet with Jason Kidd, hear his thoughts, on everything. Another Hall of Fame player. He's done a great job, but we're going to look at this thing from head to toe. You know, that's the right way to look at an organization, evaluate in every single way that we can. But yeah, I talked to him, and I'm going to hear his thoughts on where he sees this.
Kind of what is the
Let me just stop it right there for a second.
coaching your front?
God, dog it.
To watch.
Let me just stop it right there, Kendrick, because he said something there that was kind of near and dear to me. Let me ask you a question, Kendrick. You're a smart man. You listen. Let me put it to you like this. Do you own a truck?
Yeah, I own a truck. I own a truck. Yeah.
Are you keeping your truck? Are you keeping your truck tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So those are the answers you give when somebody asks you, is somebody staying? Just ask me real quick. Is Jason Kidd going to be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks? Just ask me real quick.
Is he going? Okay. Is he going to be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks? Well, I'm going to put
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
That's what you're asking.
Absolutely, absolutely yes. No, I'm telling you to ask me. Ask me. Is Jason Kidd
going to be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks?
Absolutely yes. That is not a second thought in my mind. Jason Kidd is going to be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. See, that's how you answer the question when somebody asks you something like that. You don't go like, I'm having a meeting with him. I'm evaluating, and we're going to evaluate this thing from head to toe. When you say something like that, that basically tells me that Jason Kidd is not going to be your coach, because you're basically saying that the head coach of the Mavericks team has to give you an interview to keep his job.
Yeah. Jason Kidd's gonna have a job interview tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much tomorrow. Pretty much, he's going to a job interview. He's going through a rehiring process.
Yeah, and now, like I said,
the only thing that saves my coach is that he has a 4-year deal right now. So Jason Kidd is like, for Jason Kidd, he like, you can fire me, but you're gonna have to pay me. So I mean, that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
You know what? I don't think he cares, because the checkbook. You heard Patrick Dumont basically say you can you can do whatever you want. He basically put all basketball decisions on him. So if he wants to if he hears something he don't like,
but you're gonna be paying Coach Kidd for 4 years if you do.
I don't think. Listen, money's not an issue for the Dumonts. They are the second wealthiest ownership in the NBA.
That could be true, but that you wonder why. You know why Jerry Jones never fired coaches in the middle of the season? Because he say, I'm not gonna fire you to sit at home and make money off me for free. Jason Kidd may maybe come back for a year or two.
But like, and I'm gonna say this: that Patrick Dumont and Jerry Jones are two different people. How they see sports franchises. Patrick Dumont wants nothing. He rather likes to talk.
Well, I mean, one of them. Well, hold on. You talk about rich franchise. Jerry Jones is one that has the richest franchise of all sports, and he still ain't gonna pay you to sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah, because he's in laps with his franchise. I think Patrick Dumont's not that type of person. He's a red and black person. He goes
for Jason Kidd, he probably looking at home like, please fire me.
Yeah. But I'm saying Patrick Dumont is in the red and in the black. He sees stuff like, hey, are we making money or are we not? That was some of the reason why Nico Harrison got fired. Patrick Dumont was only here for one day, and he fired him, then got on the jet and left the next day. But listen, it's a job interview. He's not tied into anybody in the front office. He's not tied into nobody. He basically has free reign to do any to make decisions, right or wrong, good or bad, correct or not, on anybody in the basketball side of the Dallas Mavericks. So Jason Kidd has a job interview tomorrow, and if he doesn't hear what he likes, I'm fully correct. He will pivot. He was non-committal. He was non-committal. You just answered the question. I have a
Non-committal.
I have a truck. Am I going to be driving my truck? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a straight up.
Yeah.
I would never say,
That's a
well,
straight
I don't
answer.
know if I'm.
That's a very
I
straight
don't know
answer.
if I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be driving my truck tomorrow to work. No, that's not. That if you say something like that, that means you're not going to drive your truck tomorrow to work. That means you got another car
I
on the
want you.
side.
I want you to pay attention to this question because we're gonna revert back to it because I want you to hear his answer when they ask him about Kyrie Irving. I want you to hear the difference in tone and answer the question when he answers that. So we're gonna refer back to this moment in the press conference. So let's go back. If I haven't lost it.
Fun to watch. In terms of building our team, we're going to turn it every single way. The one difficult thing to find anywhere in sports is a generational player, and we have one. Yeah, we've planted a flag here. We have one player here that can turn everything, and it is so hard to find in sports. It is my job, it is our job to continue to build these young players on this team. Just saw D Live here, Christy, Nemhard, all these guys. They have to figure it out and put them in the right situations to perform. And we build the team from there. But I think the most difficult thing is finding that player, and we have one here.
We're going to stay over here to the right, go to Ron, then to the back to Joe.
Ronald Rod, DLS Sports. It's nice to meet you, Masai. I look forward to covering you this year.
Yes, sir.
I have this question for you, Patrick. It's been reported that you and Masai had a lengthy, meeting in December. Why did it take so long to hire him as the president of basketball?
It was about getting to know Masai as a person. We spent a lot of time in our first meeting talking about life, talking about our values, what we felt was important, charitable work, why Africa was so important to him, the trajectory of where he thought he could take this team. It was a very long, very detailed discussion, and we got to know each other, and it was great. And then we continued from there. And I think it was really important to be able to show that there's no daylight between us, that we have complete alignment and that we understand what the objective is. We talked about winning. We talked about the success of the organization, building around young talent and experienced veterans with the flexibility that we have, and making this team a champion. And we wanted to make sure that it was the right situation for both of us. And I really appreciate his candor. We had a lot of very difficult conversations. A lot has gone on with the Mavericks the last couple of years. And we really needed to talk about it and cover it and make sure that it was a situation that made sense for Masai and for us. And the good news is it did. And he's here. And you see his leadership, you see the way he thinks about things, you see his intellect and his capabilities. I'm very excited about the future of the Mavericks.
We're going to stay over here to the right and go to the back to Jobin.
Just for Masai as well, you talk about innovation, something that you learned by sitting out a year. Can you just talk about some of the things that have changed for you over the last calendar year?
Everything. One of the things I think we have to get better here is how we figure out medically what we do. That's some of the things that I try to study the fast game in the NBA, and how you put players around a player like Cooper Flag, how you innovate in this way, things you do off the court to help young players, like mentally. Yeah, I think we don't pay enough attention to this in the NBA, and really focus on their focus, and help them through this, because a lot of times these youth are coming from different environments. They're still learning. They're still young. We're going to be a young team in some kind of way, and we really need to focus on that sometimes.
Go back to the.
Well, Kendrick, they say health is wealth, and looks like now that's a touchy subject here in Dallas. The health of the players and how they're staying healthy and how they're getting help and trained when they're injured. That was a question for concern was Luke was here in the last regime.
Yeah, because the guy who's in charge, he was fired just about a few weeks ago. We remember the Derek Lively fiasco. Well, basically, he
He was
he
at
was
the
about
presser too.
he was about to come on. He was about to play basically with a broken foot, and it wasn't diagnosed, and it wasn't diagnosed right. So yeah, it was a whole bunch of crap going on here that was unprofessional, in and out as far as basketball related, not basketball related here with the last the previous regime that was here. But like I said, what he was talking about is we got to have the best ability of best ability is availability. We got to have guys who going to be here, who going to be able to play night in and night out. Um, guys who get the best training, get themselves physically fit, so they can stay on the court. Because I don't care how good you are, if you can't stay on the court, it don't mean nothing. That was Anthony Davis' problem. He was great, but he was great for 29 games when he was here. And that was it.
Yeah, he's so great that he decided to start the show, TV show while he was
Yeah,
injured. I never seen that
yeah,
done. I never
yeah,
seen that
yeah,
done
yeah. He
before.
was a reality TV star. Better. He was a better reality TV star. He was a basketball player the time he was here with the Mavericks. Uh, but but that's neither here or there. But yeah,
It's
the,
funny
the,
because it's true.
yeah, it's true. It's true. We talked
What's
about it.
funny is what's
It's
funny is
true.
he on the show with his hand in some type of not cast, but uh the one of them carpal tunnel things.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Break. He
like,
got
look
a
at that.
break. He got some kind of breaks on his hand.
Yeah, I
I
said,
said,
look at
damn.
that.
He injured on the TV show too. Damn, he just injured.
I said, look at that. Things never change, don't it? but 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 Masai, Masai, he wants to build a culture. He wants to build a culture as far as taking care of your body. He wants to build a culture of being on the floor. He wants to build a different culture that was here before, and that starts with build having the correct habits to get you in the best possible condition. Because listen, the NBA, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Walt, we both know that. You play more than half the season. You got a short off season. You're back at it again. You play from October to June if you're lucky, and then you get a few months off, and then you're back at it in September. So your body has to be in peak performance, and he understands that. He understands that. He's built it. Like I say, he's built the championship team. He knows what it takes, and I'm looking forward to him establishing that culture here with the Dallas Mavericks that he did with the Denver Nuggets and he did with the Toronto Raptors.
God, dog, that joker hurt on the prank show. God, dog. All right, let's go back to the press now.
Back right in the corner over here.
Jobin with WFAA ABC. Question for each of you. Patrick, first off, will the Mavs be playing in this building in Dallas 5 years from now? And for Masai, would you have traded Luka?
I think my question is a little easier. So, look, I think our goal is to build a new home for the Dallas Mavericks. That will be our home for the next 40 years inside the city of Dallas. So we're committed to the city of Dallas. We want to create something that's great for our fans, and that is the home of our team for the future. And so we're looking to do that. We have Rick Welts. We're working with the city right now, and we're very excited to do that.
Next question? No.
He has addressed it, by the way. He has addressed it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm going to say it again. We have to respect everybody and everything that has happened here. He is a Hall of Fame player. He's gone. He'll always be a Maverick. We'll celebrate him in the best possible way, like we're going to celebrate all the Maverick players and stars that have been here. But we have to move. Yeah, we really have to move on. You know, like it's not for me to start criticizing what anybody else is doing. It's for me to criticize what I am doing. Yeah, and worry about what I'm going to do. Yeah, if I continue hopping on that, then I think all of you are going to be asking me what I am doing. yeah, I have to look to the future because winning is what we have to do here, and winning is a responsibility of mine.
We're going to stay over here to the right. We'll go to Dorothy and then come back up front in the front row or second row.
Hi, Dorothy Gentry with iMessenger Media. This is for you, Masai.
Hi.
This past year, while you've been Uber driving, what did you learn about yourself, about basketball that you didn't know, about the league while you were away?
Oh, you know, I spent a good amount of time in Africa, in Europe, trying to do good for the youth of the continent and build infrastructure there. Focused on the WNBA with the tempo, watched the NBA, and you know, that drive for winning. What I found out that is if you win one, yeah, you want to win again. Yeah, and I know you guys have tasted that. Everybody here, the passion of what happens here and how we feel in healing is because you want to win again. Yeah, I want to win again. Yeah, sports is about winning. Yeah, that's what we play sports for. We win on the court, we win off the court, and as we do it, we bring people along. Yeah, what I've learned is, man, I want to taste it again. Yeah, I want to win again.
Masai, can we clarify that you were not actually a rideshare driver? You were carting your children around during that time. I think any parent recognizes that
Yeah.
I am an Uber driver for my daughter too.
Yeah, Patrick came and got this Uber driver to come run this. Yeah, these were the guys that was Ubering around right here to all their basketball games.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you.
We'll go up to the front. I think Mike had his hand up, and then Abby, and then we can go over to Mac.
And Masai, Cooper did not get a chance to play with Kyrie Irving this year. I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on them?
Oh, man. Yeah, I dream like you dream, man. Yeah, all of us dream. I can't wait. I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that. If Kyrie Irving is not one of the best players, you know, like that, I know the best ball handler in the game, you know, his experience, his championship player. Yeah, I'm excited to see that, where we all are. And his injury was unfortunate, but I know he's moved past that. I think it's going to be pretty cool, and I know it's going to help Cooper, because Kyrie likes to play off the ball too, you know, and this is going to be interesting for us.
And then right next to Mike, Abby.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Kendrick? Did you hear that? Did you hear that definite answer when it came to talking about Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, man, looked like he was having an orgasmic kind of answer. He was I mean, like some basketball things were going around down there. I mean, he had some sounds coming out. So, but yeah, man, it was a way different answer than the answer with the coach. That was you know, we have to wait and see. Non-committal. We're gonna have an interview. He don't need no interview with Kyrie Irving. He don't need to sit down with Kyrie Irving. He just need to get him on the floor and play alongside Cooper Flag. That's totally different. You can see the definite answer, and the kind of dance around answer he had with Coach Kidd. So, you know, like I said before, Kyrie, I'm looking forward to seeing it too. Looking forward to Kyrie being back on the floor. The fact of the matter, he didn't get a chance to play with Cooper Flag. Knowing the kind of player he is, he's going to be highly motivated to get back on the court. And also him mentoring. He's always talked about him mentoring, wanting to be a mentor to Cooper Swag, and kind of putting the rest of those demons, which he did create, with Tatum and Brown. We heard the stories about he didn't want to mentor those two guys. He was kind of really at that point kind of distant from doing that, and that kind of was the ball got rolling to get him traded up out of there. But here he's getting a chance to redo that, see he always talked about himself being remade into a new person, and now he's getting a chance to kind of get a do back and mentoring a younger player the right way. And Masai is all in on that. As you saw the direct answer, he can't wait to see that on the floor, which was way different than the dance around answer he put up with the as of we know right now, as if we know at 10:43, still the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Jason Kidd, who
Are
has
we
a
sure?
job, who
Are
has
we
a
sure?
who has a job interview. I don't think Kyrie Irving has a job interview tomorrow, but
Don't sound like it.
we know Jason Kidd has a job interview tomorrow.
It sounds like Kyrie Irving got immunity.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving don't have a job interview tomorrow. He just got to get ready for training camp in August. I'll let you take it away, Walt.
Yeah. Like I said, when you ask certain questions, you get certain answers. Just like, hey, do you have a truck? Are you planning on driving your truck tomorrow? You said yes, I do have a truck. I plan on driving my truck tomorrow. When somebody asks you about a person, you give, well, we're gonna be evaluating talent from head to toe.
Yeah, top to bottom, yeah.
Big difference in answers there.
Look, well,
kinda,
let me get you the gist of what I'm just my opinion. Listen, we all know Jason Kidd doesn't want to be a coach forever. He wants to be what Masai is. He wants to be a president of basketball operations. He wants to be a general manager.
Or he wants to be a general manager.
General manager. He's not going to be that here.
Maybe Jason Kidd could be removed from coaching and moved into the general manager position.
No, he's not. No, because we all know Jason Kidd is a.
We know Michael Finley's job is open.
We all know Jason Kidd is a creature of survival, and we all know Jason Kidd will snake a person. Listen, we can't say definitely that he snaked Nico or not snaked Nico, but we do know this. If it was something in there, Jason Kidd didn't vouch for him to keep his job. He may have said, "Did this? Just go ahead, cut the deck, and just get him on out of here." He may get a non answer when it came to maybe Nico's job gets.
Another thing that makes you feel Jason Kidd is safe, and this is what me and him. So he talked about it in the press conference, but me and him talked about it off to the side. He said that when he got to Denver, he didn't fire George Karl.
No.
And when he got to Toronto, he didn't fire Dwayne Casey.
No, he didn't listen.
So he's basically said it to say he was saying it to say like I don't just come in and just fire people. So basically, if I come in and I fire you, you fired yourself.
Yeah, like I say, he's gonna get a readout on Coach Kidd. Gonna see what he thinks. Because like I said before, this is not, and we're gonna see how Jason Kidd feels about it. Because like it or not, this is not the Jason Kidd show. This is the Masai. This is the Masai show. This is his baby. This is his. He puts the team together. Coach Kidd, he's gonna have his input, but he's gonna coach the players. And we're going to see how Coach.
And to your point earlier, Dumont has found somebody that basically he does not have to touch the basketball side of it at all. Like he can go do whatever it is he wants to go do. Yeah. He's not going to be dibbling and dabbling and this and that. He got Masai Ujiri because he trusts him, and he basically knows that with this guy, I can go do whatever this is I'm getting ready to go do over Vegas or overseas. I can go take care of and know that this team is going to be fine under this guy.
Yeah. So this is Masai's baby. This is all on the basketball side. This is all him. He's gonna be making the rules. He's gonna be setting the tone. And everybody has to toe the line. That's including the head coach. And if he doesn't want to do that, then he's not gonna be here. But like to your point,
but from what I'm hearing, like Masai isn't somebody that comes in and rules with like an iron fist or nothing like that. Or with the whole do it my way, or no, I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying like he doesn't give off a vibe like I'm about to come in here. If you guys don't walk the way I walk or talk the way I talk, you'll be gone here. Never got that vibe from him. Not saying that that's what you were
No, no,
saying. I'm just saying
no,
I don't
no,
get that vibe from him.
no, no. He's not that type of person. But he's gonna get a fill out for everybody in the organization, and he's gonna and what he feels he's gonna act on. I do know that because at the end of the day, he's here to run an organization, and he's here to make sure he gets the right people in the organization to see the vision he has for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, getting back to your point, no, he did not fire George Karl. George Karl stayed up for 3 years, and then he let and then he let him. Dwayne Casey was a Toronto favorite. He stayed up for 5 years. Then he
Right.
fired him and brought in Nick Nurse. He said he thought so. If Jason Kidd fulfills his 4 years, then he feels. But that doesn't mean Jason Kidd's gonna be here for 5 years. I mean, he Jason Kidd could be here for the race, but as we know, Masai could pivot and say, hey, I got a better guy I think can take us over the top. So he could say, hey, we're gonna see how this works, which I do think Jason Kidd's gonna be here next season. We're gonna see how this works. And if it and
Yeah,
if it's something,
I don't see who you fire. I don't see who you fire him for.
well, I'm just saying right now I don't, but he's gonna see how this works,
Yeah,
whether
I don't.
it's
Who are you gonna go get? Who are you gonna go get? If you if you fire him, you can't go get Mike Malone because he's already. I mean, maybe Steve Kerr if he decides to come back. If he's doing, I don't know. Maybe you
I'm
could
just saying.
let Frank Vogel.
Well, like I say, I don't know, but that's why I say I don't think he gets the I don't think he gets the axe this offseason. But if the team still doesn't look right, or Masagi wants to go in a different direction next season, I can see Jason Kidd being gone. Oh, I can see Jason Kidd staying the full 4 years. It'd be successful. Him getting an extension and getting another 3 years extension. Or I can see Jason Kidd
Just
coaching out the 4 years and he'd be gone. It's
giving the vibe to me. From what I feel like he's saying is basically he's going to talk to Jason Kidd and see if he even still wants to coach here. Is the vibe I'm getting.
Of
He's basically
course.
saying, I'm not gonna fire him, but he's like, I mean, I want to see if Jason Kidd wants to still be in Dallas.
Of course, because I'm gonna say it again, Walt. Jason Kidd ultimate goal is to be what Masagi is right now. He wants to be a president of operations. He wants to be a general manager. He wants to call the shots. He's not going to do that here. I'm sorry, but he's not going to do that here. Masai is going to get his guy, whether it's Riccardi or Michael Finley. If those guys are in the running to be, and let's face it, yeah, he's going to have a general manager, but he's going to be calling the shots. It's just like Toronto. He wasn't quote the general manager. He had a guy in place for that, but he was calling the shots as far as drafting and the guys that picked. The other guy was just kind of like to give him ideas on what he bounce around ideas what he wanted to do. But it's Masaji's show. So like I said, and going back to like I said before, Walt, we know what Jason Kidd's aspirations are. He wants to be in the front office. He wants to have a presidential general manager role, a high executive role with a basketball team. In my opinion, it's not happening here. So what does Jason Kidd want to do? And the interview tomorrow is going to see what does Jason Kidd see himself in the next 3 to 4 years.
It's just weird it's just very funny and apropos that you say, oh, well, he has an interview tomorrow, because that's basically what it is. He's having an interview. He's interviewing for the job that he already has.
It's to see what he wants to do. It's to see what does he want to do. If this something he doesn't want to do, he doesn't see himself doing for the next decade and a half, well then yeah, they're gonna have to pivot on something. If it's something he says, hey, I'm all in, yeah, I want to coach Cooper Flag, I think me and him will have a great chemistry, then we all in, we locked in like this.
And you sent this in the group text earlier. Now, Coach Kidd has the vote of confidence from Cooper Swag's mom, and Cooper Swag right now, his mom loves the way he's coaching him. So I don't think, and he's gonna you're gonna hear about him raving about how much he loves Cooper Flag. And if he loves Cooper Flag as much as he says he does, I don't think getting rid of his coach is the best thing right out of the gate.
No, it's not. But nobody makes decisions on somebody's moms.
Nobody does. Nobody does. But like he said, he was adamant about, I want to keep Cooper Flag. I want Cooper Flag to be here. I want to keep Cooper Flag happy, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep Cooper Flag happy. And firing his coach is not a way to come in and make him happy.
Exactly. Well, exactly. I agree with you. But at the end of the day, it's up to Coach Kidd what he wants to do. Because,
Right. I don't see
because
Coach Kidd saying I don't want to be the coach of the Mavericks anymore.
because this is his job with the Mavericks. If he's looking for an executive job, he's not going to find that here.
No.
If he wants to be a coach, if he wants to coach, hey, all day long, let's go coach. But if he wants something else more, it's not going to be here. It could maybe be somewhere else, but it's not. Again, I'm going to go back to it, Walt. It's up to tomorrow's job interview evaluation.
I hate you say that tomorrow's interview.
I'm trying to put it another way. Tomorrow's evaluation is that a little bit better than the job interview? Tomorrow's evaluation. It's totally up to Coach Kidd on what he sees for himself, not just for now, for what he sees himself in the future.
All right, let's keep going.
Go ahead.
Hi, Masai. Welcome to Dallas, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Just with your time with Phil Handy in 2019 with Toronto Raptors, he's now here and been a big part of the development here. How nice is it for you to have somebody that's with you before and then also establish that in Dallas?
Oh, he's one of the best player development coaches that you can have. I know the great work he did with Kawhi, with Kyle Lowry, with our young players at the time, Fred, Pascal, all those guys, and yeah, he puts in the work. It's 24/7. Yeah, you come to the facility at night, he's in there with them, and I truly believe that he has this special connection with players and how he develops young players.
Please, friendly reminder to just state your name and who you're representing. We'll go over here to Mac. Right.
Masai, Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Just following up a question regarding the status of Coach Kidd and the way you answered it. I think a lot of us are going to sit here and surmise, well, the door's open that maybe he's not definitively coming back, that possibility is sort of up in the air right now. Is that correct? Do we read that right? And do I read that right, that scenario hasn't been decided yet?
Well, if you go back to my history, I've done the same thing everywhere I've been and been in this position. I went to Denver, George Karl, he was there for 3 years. Went to Toronto, inherited Coach Casey, he was there for 5 years. So there's no way to read this. Yeah, I'm going to hear Coach Jason Kidd out, his thoughts on everything, and follow a lot on what he's saying, because some of the stuff here I don't know, and it's for me it's that simple, And so if you go back to the history, like it's the same thing. I have to follow like a process here, and I'm excited to meet with him.
Center to the right here. Then we'll go to Eddie. Christian is yours.
Hey, Patrick. I'm Christian Clark with The Athletic. You've gone to an NBA Finals as an owner. You've kind of seen the other side of it. What have you just learned about the NBA and owning a team in your time with the Mavericks?
That it starts with great leadership and great organizational focus and having the talent on the team that all works together and rows in the same direction. And if you get that, great things will happen. And so that's what Masai is here to do.
Eddie over here to the left, then back over here to Noah.
Eddie Sefko, Mavs.com.
And Sefko, we go way back.
Way back.
Way back, man.
I'm assuming it's going to be kind of a busy summer here. You kind of have to hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. Do you have a to-do list put together yet, and what might be at the top of that list or near the top?
Well, I see Rolando Blackman sitting right here, the great legend here that delivered the first round, the #1 pick last year. So officially appointing him to go and deliver another #1 pick. Yes, sir. Hey, by the way, I was sitting right there, mad as hell, because I represented Toronto at the time. Yeah, so yeah, to-do list honestly is evaluation. You know, I have a transition period here with some of the stuff that I was doing. I have to go take care of a few things because there were times when I didn't anticipate even taking a job this year. So tons of stuff to, but here to unpack short-term, long-term, really evaluating, meeting people, meeting everybody, meeting the staff here, Matt, all these guys, Finley, everybody that's here, you know, like I'm excited to meet the scouts. I see Maktar here, 'cause so many guys, you know, like get entrenched, you know, like in the work that we have to do here. And then we start to establish all the long-term goals here and how we want to work. Again, I said it, I repeat it. Our priority is to meet with Coach Kidd and his coaching staff. I know Papa is here. Talk to Jay Triano, all these guys I've worked with. So I'm looking for really a good transition here and make good decisions as we go.
You had mentioned the draft lottery last year, and it was not a good feeling when the Mavs popped up number one. I'm guessing your feeling's a little different now.
Hey, I went to watch him in practice. I'm watching this guy. His arms are this long, his feet quick, Duke. And we get to the draft. I got my blue blazer on, and I'm hoping to jump from 6 to 1. I jumped from 6 to 9. So, but you know what? God said I was going to get that guy, and I got him. I got him here, and I'm going to do everything in my power, anything in my power, to make that kid, his family, great. Yeah, great. Yeah, because those talents, I'm telling you, they don't come. And it's for all the players. We're going to try our best, you know, like to give them every opportunity here, yeah, to win. Because Patrick here gives us the resources and ownership, and we grow.
Great. We'll go back to the center right here, second row, Noah.
Hey, Masai, this is Noah Weber with the Smoking Cuban. First off, welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
So first question real quick. Do you plan on representing the Mavericks at the lottery with you having this new job and with you doing that for the Raptors?
Are you serious? I just said Rolando Blackman.
Oh, I didn't. There's always two.
No, yes.
Okay.
I'll be there. Always going to be there. I'm joking. He's representing us on stage.
Okay.
Yes. And but I will be there at the lottery along with Ethan and all my bosses. I will be right there.
And then second question for you. When you envision the roster that you'd like to put around Cooper Flag, because it's something you seem very excited about, what kind of players do you see yourself wanting to put around your new superstar?
Hey, shooters, athletic players, all the best possible players that we can find to make the game a little bit easier for him, space the floor, and him play as a playmaker. I think Jason Kidd has done an incredible job putting the ball in his hands. We'll continue to figure out ways to bring these players to make him better.
Back to the right, Jonah.
Jonah Javad with WFAA. This question's for both of you guys. Figure job hiring's a little bit like dating, who's courting who a little bit more than the other. If you can kind of just give us a glimpse. Patrick, were you seeking Masai more than Masai was looking for the opportunity? And then Masai, would you have taken this job if Cooper Flag was not on the team? I'll let you guys answer how you like.
So I have to tell you, I definitely called him first. I think it was really important to find the right person. And when someone like Masai is available, that's the first call. And I think for me, it was really important to get to know him. I talked about it before, shared values, common vision. We definitely had that. And then the rest is history. But I definitely made the first call.
He's been humble too. You know, I appreciate it, Patrick. You know, it's the other way too. I have a 5-hour meeting with Patrick. Our wives are looking for us. He checks his phone one time in a 5-hour meeting. One time. Okay? My wife is looking for me. His wife is looking for him. They kick us out of the restaurant. His friend owns the restaurant. He doesn't even say anything because his lunch is over. They have to change it to dinner. We go sit outside and we continue talking. So I'm going to say this, pardon, doesn't want me to say this, but his security had to tap him and say, hey, your wife is looking for you, and, you know, yeah. And then I had the chance too to check and text my wife, like, this is a 1 hour lunch that has turned into this. My point to you, is there was something that was like this, and from then on it became like that, and all the conversations we had were gearing towards winning, gearing towards what's best for this organization, and being honest with each other. Sometimes tough conversations, very tough conversations and questions on both sides, and I truly appreciate the process that this went through, and it made me really focus on my mind on, where I wanted to go.
Just a quick follow-up to that. The selling point of Cooper Flag, Patrick, how much of that was kind of in your sales process of, hey, you can come coach this or build around this 19-year-old superstar?
Can I answer for 1 second, Patrick?
You can do whatever you want, Masai.
Let me tell you this. Okay, when I met with him, I also told my boy Robbie, who was here, who works with me on all my business and personal side, you got Wembayama for the next 15 years. Luka, next 10, 12, 15 years. Anthony Edwards, 10, 12, 15 years. Shea, 10, 12, 15 years. Who else we got? Jokic, 5, 7, how many years? Okay, how many guys have I mentioned? I'm forgetting guys, okay? Now you have to convince me that I have to beat all those guys, okay? You gotta come with something in your pocket, okay? And in his pocket, he had Cooper Flag. And I said, yes. Yes, this is a tough league, huh? Yeah, it's a tough league with tough young players coming up, and we got one of them. We have to do a great job surrounding him and giving him the opportunities to be good.
Back up here to the front to Skylar. Jalen, we'll get the mic over to him.
I mean, is there anything else that needs to be said there with that one?
No, he's locked in. I just hit on it early on. The last general manager was about his ego. He was talking about 3 years, and I'm trying to figure out 3 years. Dude, you just drafted a guy here who's gonna be here longer than 3 years. I like the comment. I got to be competing against Wembyama, and and it's the right comment. I'm gonna have to be competing against Shea, the Oklahoma City. They're not going anywhere. The San Antonio Spurs, they're not going anywhere. You got the Lakers. The Lakers are always gonna spend money with Luka Doncic. They ain't going anywhere. It's LA.
The Thunder ain't going nowhere.
The
Nuggets aren't going anywhere.
Minnesota,
yeah,
what they're building, they ain't going anywhere. So you're gonna have to build a team here for the long run, and that's why this draft is so important. They have to hit on these 2 first-round picks because they especially this lottery pick, because they're going to have a running mate for Cooper Flag. Because listen, all the players around here are good role players. I mean, they're nice role players, and I hope one of them turns into something. But I think the guys who are on this team, their ceiling is their ceiling, except for Kyrie. But the thing with Kyrie, he's 15 years older than Cooper, so his timeline is not going to be here for the next 15 years. So you're going to have to be able to hit in the offseason with some young talent, Fred. You're going to have to hit in this draft. You're going to have to be able to hit in some other drafts where you're going to have low picks. And that's what Masai is here. That's what Masai is here for. He's a guy who evaluates talent. He's the guy who evaluates talent that nobody else sees. And they're going to be able to hit on these picks to build this team, not just for 3 years down the road, not just for 5 years down the road, for 10 to 15 years down the road. You're gonna have to build this team for the long haul, not just for a short term. You don't never build any sports team, any general manager worth his wealth doesn't see a the team he's running as a 5 year plan. He sees that as a 10 to 15, 20-year plan. Because if you're winning, you're going to be there for 10 to 15 to 20 years if you're winning consistently.
No, you're right. No, you are absolutely correct. All right, so that was pretty much the highlights of the Masai Ujiri presser today. Now, you said you had some WNBA news that you wanted to touch on
Yeah, I had some
before we get out of here.
NBA news before we get out of here. It was today let me see if I can find it. Hold on right quick, Walt. The WNBA see if I can put it out here. Let me get it right here. Right here. The WNBA had its general GM survey this come out today, and the Dallas Wings made some pretty interesting categories in this. As we look at here, Walt, obviously, which team will win the 2026 WNBA Finals? They had number one. This is percentage done by all the GMs in the league. That percentage had the Aces winning it with 40%, New York with 33%, Atlanta with 27%. Who will win the MVP? Of course, Asia Wilson. They got her picking to win it. Then Breanna Stewart, also Caitlin Clark and Ashley Gray, receiving some votes. Let's get to the Dallas Wings, Walt. This is very interesting. It said, if you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the WNBA, who would it be?
Let me guess, Paige Beckers.
The number one person that came in was Paige Beckers at 33%,
Of course.
followed by a tie with Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson at 20%. Dominique Malonga, the Seattle Storm center.
The girl that cost Paige.
Who you continue to badmouth. They had her at three at 13%. Also getting votes, Breanna Stewart.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good on her.
And Fee.
I'm good.
And Fee. Let's get. I'm trying to find out some more. Dallas Wings. Okay, we got here. Who's the best point
you
guard?
Can't cost Paige the unrivaled championship. Didn't think I'll start my franchise with you.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Okay, which player is most likely to have a breakout season? All right. We had Dominique Malonga, Seattle. Rikia Jackson was two with Chicago. Also receiving votes was Cameron Brink and Paige Beckers. Also we had this
one. Why would Paige have a breakout year when she's already had a breakout year? That's
okay. I remember I got her winning MVP this year, so I think that's maybe what they mean. All right, you also got this, Walt. Who is the best point guard in the WNBA? Chelsea Gray receiving the most votes, 73%. Then we had Caitlin Clark at 20%. And then we had Paige Beckers at 3 with 7%. But this is the trip right here, Walt. Who's the best shooting guard in the WNBA?
Jackie Young.
We had Jackie Young was at 27%, but we also had Paige Beckers at 2.
Wait a minute. Is she in every category?
So the GMs consider her a top 3 point guard and a top 2 shooting guard in the W. Wow. All right. Let's get to some more. Which team made the best overall moves this offseason? Dallas was number 1 at 47%, followed by Atlanta.
Really?
Also receiving votes was Chicago, Vegas, and New York. All right. Well, we got this. Let me try to find some. Okay. which was the most underrated player acquisition? We got tied for number one, Ariel Atkins, the trade from Chicago to Los Angeles, and also tied with her is Elena Smith, free agent pickup from Dallas, the defensive player of the year, tied with her. Okay, and also right here, Walt, which team will be most improved in 2026? By a resounding percentage, 67% by GMs. The Dallas Wings at 67% will be the
I like
most
it.
improved team in 2026,
Give us some run.
followed
Put some
by
respect on our name.
followed by the Chicago Sky at 20%, and then the Los Angeles Sparks at 13%. Okay, we had some rookies. Who will win the 2026 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year? Number one was Olivia Miles,
Olivia
overall
Miles.
at 73%, followed by AZ Fudd, 20%, and number three,
Wow.
Flau'jae
Wow.
Johnson at 7% in Seattle. Okay, which rookie will be
Wow.
the
So
best?
Lauren Betts didn't even scratch the surface, huh?
Which rookie will be the best player in 5 years? Number one, they had our fam at Seattle, 67%, followed by Olivia Miles at number two at 33%. AZ Fudd didn't even make the category, so some little motivation for AZ Fudd. Right here. And let's see here. Okay, which is the best international player in the WNBA? Jonquel Jones from New York, she's at 33%. Jania Sonia out of Golden State at 20%. And then we had a tie with Elena Smith at 13% with Dallas, tied with Dominga Malonga at 13% with Seattle. So that was all the also, who is the best interior defender in the WNBA? We had Asia Wilson at 73%, and then we had Alana Smith, number two at 13%, followed by Alyssa Thomas from Phoenix with 7%, tied for number three. We had who was the best coach in the W? They got Cheryl Reeves in Minnesota, Becky Hammons number two with Vegas, and Natalie. I don't want to Nakasi out of Golden
Yes.
State.
First off, I'm a big fan of Natalie Nakasi. Natalie Nakasi should be number. I guess Cheryl Reeve would be number one, but Natalie Nakasi definitely should be in the top three. Almost should be number two. Actually, Becky Hammond should be number one, and then Natalie should be number two.
Okay, they had right here, which head coach runs the best offense? They had Cheryl Reeves in Minnesota. Nate Tippett's in Phoenix is number two. Becky Hammond was number three.
No, Natalie Nakasi should be up there because that offense was so good. I think it got them in the playoffs last year.
Oh yeah, she was tied. She was tied with she was tied at number three with Becky Hammond, and also Carl Semesco with Atlanta was also tied for third. We have which new or relocated head coach will make the biggest impact on his or her new team? They had Sandy Brondello.
Sandy Barandino with the Tempo?
With Toronto. Number two, Jose Fernandez. Dallas Wings, 14%.
All right.
Sonia Raymond, Seattle, and Chris DeMarco with New York tied at 3. So Jose was number two in this category. Also, who's the best assistant coach in the WNBA? Eric Tablet with Minnesota at 36%, followed by Christy Tolliver with Phoenix at 18%. Let me see if I can find some more. Okay, here we go, Walt. Which team will be the most fun to watch?
Dallas Wings.
The Dallas Wings at 33%, followed by
the Valkyries.
Followed by a tie with Atlanta and Indiana at 2, and then the Golden State Valkyrie at 4. So you wonder why
move my girls up over at Golden State. I really want them to get Haley Van Lift too.
So you wonder why the Dallas Wings have the second most national televised games Second to the Indiana Fever. That's the reason why the most. I told you it's going to be
Well,
the
that's because of
fun
hashtag Paisy.
team to watch. Okay, which team has the most promising young core? It was a tie between Dallas and Seattle at 31% apiece. So Dallas tied for having the best young
Seattle was
core
starting all the way over though.
with Seattle. I'm just reading up things. Number 3 was Washington at 23% and Indiana at 15%. I don't see them as a young core, but
Yeah, for real.
Which player is the most athletic? They had Brittany Sykes, number 1 with Toronto. Dominique
Dominique
she's on a
Malonga.
lot. Malonga at 15%, also receiving votes from Cameron Brink. Kila Cooper, Kelsey Mitchell, Sienna Rivers at Connecticut, Gabby Williams, Asia Wilson, and Jackie Young last year.
Wow.
Who is the best passer? Of course, Chelsea Gray, and then had Caitlin Clark, number 2. Which player is the best leader? At Asia Wilson. Getting that. Which is the most versatile player in the W? Breonna Stewart won that. Second was Gabby Williams, and number 2, and also tied for second was Alyssa Thomas. Which player has the best basketball IQ? Chelsea Gray, and then followed by Breonna Stewart. Which player would you want taking a shot to win the game when the game on the line? Tie for number 1 was Chelsea Gray, followed by her teammate Asia Wilson, and then number 3 was Jackie Young. So yeah, all Vegas is on there, but also receiving votes.
You don't need to go over this list anymore because it's just turned into a Vegas show now.
Hold on. Also receiving votes was Paige Beckers and Enrique receiving votes on this. So Enrique,
the last 3 categories you gave me was Las Vegas Aces. I'm good on this list now. It's turning towards them now. I'm good on this list now.
Hold on. I got one more. I got one more. Which 2 teams will leave their conference in the Commissioner Cup to reach the championship game?
Oh, that's the Dallas Wings. We get that Commissioner Cup. We get that chip.
Oh, wrong. They got Vegas and New York, Vegas and Atlanta. But hold on. Also receiving votes: Vegas and Indiana, Phoenix and Atlanta, and Dallas versus New York, and Los Angeles versus New York. So Dallas did receive some votes, and that's all as far as the Dallas Wings representative in the GM survey for this upcoming 2026 season.
What's that called again? The GM survey?
Yeah, it's the survey, the 2026 GM survey, 42 questions ahead of the 30th season to all the general managers in the league.
Wow.
So a lot of Dallas Wings.
Well, they got kind of Las Vegas Aces with the last couple categories.
Well, they did win the championship last year.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. That remember they struggled to get there too. So whatever, but
and how you struggle is how you finish it up.
Yeah, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. I believe that. All right, man. So that'll about do it for us tonight. Now, Saturday is go time. Got Saturday we got the season debut, and then Sunday we got the draft lottery on Mother's Day.
Yeah, draft lottery. I don't know how you want to play that. The draft lottery will be at 2:00 in the afternoon. So it's not gonna be in the evening time or like you usually. It's gonna be at 2:00 in the afternoon when the draft lottery.
We'll figure something out depending on where the Mavericks end up picking at.
Takes place where we'll find out who and where they will be picking. Hopefully, good luck for the Mavericks. I did hit the tankathon today.
We sending Ro Blackman up there.
Yeah, Ro Blackman's going back. It's kind of funny. Ricardo, he's not going there. He didn't say his name, even though he went last year with Ro Blackman. He didn't say.
No, Masai's going.
Yeah, Masai said he's going. But yeah, I did hit the tankathon 3 times. I always hit it 3 times. I always hit it 3 times. Remember, if you're gonna hit something, hit it 3 times. But I hit the tankathon 3 times. The first 2 times, the Mavericks went back.
Yeah, the third time is usually the charm, and the third time should tell you if you want to keep going or not.
Yeah, The first 2 times, the Mavericks actually went back to 9th. Third time, they went all the way to number 1, baby. So that's why I'm rocking with it. All the way
Well, that's
back
not
to
happening.
back. We going.
That's not happening.
Hey, you said the same thing about the Dallas Wings. We ain't going back to back on number 1. And guess what? We went
Yeah, we'll
back
see.
to back. We went back to back.
Yeah, okay. All right, man. So we'll be back Sunday evening. But until then, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we'll see you around live this Saturday evening when the Dallas Wings take on the Indiana Fever.
Hey, Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings fans. It's me, Kendrick, here. I know the season may not or may be going exactly how you want it or not. But hey, like and subscribe to all those bFb DFW content to see me. I mean, forget about the other guys, because I'm the real star here. But hey, if you want to see Walt, Shams, and Vosh, that's okay. That's okay. But remember, it's all about me. So still, like and subscribe for, me and the other guys. Okay.